Hey everyone, thanks for joining the live stream, particularly those who are watching after the fact. I'll leave this up for a little while, maybe even a day or two, who knows. It's been a week since we put out a video, so maybe I'll leave this up a little longer. So, first, let me welcome the people who are joining in right now live at 3:13 Pacific Standard Time, Monday afternoon here in California. I see already got some folks on, Produce Not Pills, HT Logistics, Carly, and Hartley Tim Anadonis. I always trip out on your name, but it's cool. Delinda, and Angela, and Darlene, and Clady, and Kathy, and Danielle, and Sonia, and TGI Vegan, and Hey Boise Triathlete, what's up? Vegan Metalhead at work. You're Europe, right? I thought. Zoe from the UK, more European, so that's one reason I wanted to come on a little earlier today to get some of our European viewers able, you can watch me as opposed to like having to step into like, the wee morning hours when I often come on for your guys' time. Anyway, let's see, we got, oh god, I'm kind of lost track. Oh, Vegan Metalheads in Colorado. Okay, I'm doing good, guys, thanks. Hey, Weave Magic. Hey, Robin from Wyoming. Mr. Bidwell and L and Tom. Yeah, another early one for me. Like I said, I haven't put a video out in about a week. We've been away. We were away last week celebrating our wedding anniversary, and I've just been busy with that and just, had a lot of stuff going on this weekend. So anyway, I haven't started working on a new video yet, but I think I know what my next one shall be. But I want to come on and do a live stream and say hello to everybody and see what is happening, see what you guys are doing. But yeah, it's good to be back. HT Logistics, looks like I'm dunking. Yeah, have you seen my dunking videos? I added together a dunking highlight reel for me, so I haven't put that up yet. I don't want to seem too narcissistic or anything, but I'm proud of what I worked so hard for like well over a year. So I'll put that up at some point. It's no big deal. It's not, an earth-changing video or anything like that. Just me highlighting my, what I was working on athletically for, a bit over a year, like a year and a quarter or so. Impossible Burger. I'm sure I've had it a few times. I'm more familiar with the Beyond Burger, but I think I've had it a couple times or so. But yeah, they're all cool. They're all kind of in the same realm of, flavor and all that stuff. Plant sterols for lowering cholesterol. Good technical medical question there. Jay Carter, I don't know much about that. I would check out nutritionfacts.org. In fact, that's probably what I would do personally if I were to make a video on something like that. Start off with seeing what Dr. Greger says first. Because remember, guys, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a licensed nutritionist or anything of the sort. I'm just your average, maybe not average, but 52-year-old person who's been vegan about 9 years and just sharing my experiences with y'all here. Let's see. Do I like Santana? Off topic. Yeah, I've seen Santana a couple times. Yeah, he's not like one of my all-time favorites, but yeah, Santana's awesome. He's made some great music, and if I can catch a show of his without too much trouble, I'll do it. Let's see. You should go to Disney World, you're saying there, huh, Fritz? Love to, but yeah, it's pretty far away. Considering we're like, I could ride my bike to Disneyland if I had to, but Disney World's a whole nother matter. So yeah, one day if we're ever in Orlando, Florida, that area, we'll check it out for sure. Because the passes that my friend John gets us, remember how we go and we don't pay, even though I did pay on my birthday last month. But yeah, those passes we get all the rest of the times, they're good for any Disney park, I think, except for like the one in like Japan or something like that. There's just one, and I had no intention of going to the one we couldn't go to. So yeah, maybe I'll save them up and go to Disney World sometime. I want to see what the vegan food is like there. Let's see, what do I think of raw plant-based versus veganism? Well, I've talked about that many times before. I don't want to get into that right now. I'm pro-vegan, so however you want to be vegan is fine with me. That being said, I think some ways of being vegan are more restrictive than others. Like, some like raw eliminates all these great food groups, needlessly. So that's why I'm not pro it. It's just much harder to stick to because it's so restrictive. Veganism shouldn't be restrictive, You just don't eat animal products. It's so easy. So I don't think it needs to be any harder than it has to. How's the campaigning going? Yeah, great question, Jay Carter. Yeah, I need to still set up some meetups here in Long Beach, but I got some time. The election isn't until March 3rd. And just today, if anyone's in the Long Beach area, there's a Meatless Monday here in my district. I forgot that. It's on. Check out our Instagram. I think Angie shared the info on our Instagram, Happy Healthy Vegan. And it's at a dispensary here in District 2 in Long Beach. It's a Meatless Monday, and all these vegan pop-ups are going to be there. So we're going to go down there and support that, campaign a little bit there, maybe, let people know there that, I'm running for office. And just jumping through all these hoops. I didn't realize if you want to make political advertisements on Facebook, they require a lot of stuff. Maybe because they don't want the Russians to influence elections anymore. So I had to do all this stuff. So I'm finally ready now to start advertising there. But yeah, it's coming along slowly. Remember, I'm kind of super new at this. Well, Delinda, you stayed on the Queen Mary here in Long Beach. Awesome. Yeah, it's a beautiful ship, beautiful. And did you stay in the new rooms or those old ones from the 20s? Because those are the ones Angie likes the most. DJ, wow, you have a good memory there, DJ. Yes, I'm pretty much 75% Chinese, and the other 25% is a mix of Wales or Welsh, people from Wales and England, and a little bit of Cherokee Indian. I think all in total, I calculated I'm 1/16 Native American Cherokee Indian. But yeah, 3/4 Chinese, and the other 25% is Cherokee and United Kingdom island, British island stuff. But yeah, my great-great-grandfather, his last name is Morris. He came straight out of Wales. So not that helps anyone or anything, but if you're curious, I'll share that with you. Hey, Inspired One, you haven't missed much. Only been on like 7 minutes or so. Boise, we're not going to talk about anti-vegans on this, and haters like that. Screw them, They're just trying to get a response. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Karen. Yeah, I'm glad you like Angie's food. I particularly like Angie's food too. I think she's making me a little salad right now too. And yeah, we're doing pretty well. Doing all right. Let's see. DJ wants to know which one of my parents is 100% Chinese. That would have been my father. Really curious, huh? Why is that, DJ? Just curious why you're so curious. Let's see. Do I think that humans could positively aid non-human animals' evolution? Be a little more specific about that, Overnight Vegan. Not sure what your question is there exactly. Like, what are you talking about? I just don't want to spout off some nonsense because I'm not sure what you're asking there. Tom wants to know, how long have I been in California? Well, apart from a few trips, outside the state or country, I was born here in California. So I've been here my entire life. And no, I really don't speak any foreign languages all that well, unfortunately. Let's see. Hang on a second. Let's ban trolls. I'm just let people know. If you're coming here to just troll and say stupid stuff, you're gone. Just all we ask is you behave civilly. Like, say, assuming you haven't been kicked out of school or your job, how you would behave there, how you would get along with people that you might not agree with 100%, but you can at least be civil and respectful. And if you're already vegan and not having issues like that, you don't have to worry about that. I'm talking about people who disagree. You can totally disagree. A lot of non-vegans watch our channel. They watch our live streams. But yeah, if you want to come here and just watch and participate and be part of the cool, chill community we have here, awesome. Totally cool. Not going to give you any crap for disagreeing. But you just got to be cool. Got to be respectful. If you're saying something, it'll probably get you expelled from school, or at least suspended, or kicked out of your job, or at least put on probation or something like that. It's not going to fly here either. Just super basic common sense. If you can't do that, you're a sad human. You don't belong here, contaminating our chill environment. So anyway, back to here. Danielle, I get this question almost once every time about vegan ketogenic diets, and I'm just kind of curious why vegan. I'm glad you're doing vegan keto as opposed to non-vegan keto if that's what you're into. I'm just kind of curious. I've never understood the appeal to it. Like, what would a vegan ketogenic diet give a person that just like eating like how we do, basic whole food plant diet, doesn't give you? I'm just kind of curious what you think that the way we're eating is, what's missing in it. What does vegan keto provide? Just curious. I'm not necessarily bagging on you or anything like that. So just kind of, if you follow up on that. How far are we from Orange County? Asked Inspired One. Well, we're the southernmost city here in LA County. Orange County is just a couple miles down the road, actually, the borderline with Orange County. How do I avoid vitamins deficiency? There's a real question here. Not to say other questions are real, but yeah, a serious one. How do you avoid vitamin deficiency? And what else you want to know? And how the heck do I transition to vegan? Well, this is why I emphasize eating a sensible, balanced vegan diet, as opposed to like the person earlier that asked my opinion on raw vegan diets. I told them, I'm glad they're looking at veganism or are vegan, but I'm not pro restrictive diets where you eliminate all these food groups, which eliminate all these like great nutrients and vitamins that you should be getting. What I'm saying is eat a sensible, balanced vegan diet. You're not going to become vitamin deficient. I mean, the World Health Organization says a well-planned, meaning a non-restrictive, a sensible vegan diet is appropriate for people in all phases of life. That includes in the womb, pregnant mothers feeding their kids, infancy, adolescence, middle age, old age, the entire lifespan. So that being said, there are some vitamins you want to might keep track of, and if you're older like I am, like say over 50, whether you're vegan or not, you should be taking a B12 supplement, which I recommend all people do, because about 40% of North Americans, are either low or dangerously low in their B12 levels. So just take a supplement, and then get your blood tested and see what's going on. Ask for a B12 test, vitamin D test, maybe you might need a supplement with that if you live in a more northern latitude where you don't get much sun exposure. But I put my blood tests up here, like tell me guys, like 5-6 times now, and I'm not deficient, and I'm not taking anything really other than a sublingual B12 spray. And earlier this year I started taking a product, I'll put it up here for you guys to see, from Clean Machine. It's a whole food plant. It looks like it's marketed to like bodybuilders. It looks like a what's it called? It looks like, this is my website here for my campaign, but that's not what I want to show you guys. I want to show you this here. Where is this thing here? I've been taking this thing here, putting in my smoothies, my banana smoothies. It's a whole food plant. It's been trademarked as Lentine. It's really duckweed. It's a super nutrient dense plant, and it's got all your essential amino acids in the same kind of proportions that whey has. It's also high in omega-3s. Again, this is a whole food plant. It's not some weird chemical compound or anything like that. So if you want to check these guys out, I have an affiliate deal with them, but I just use it every day. Even if I'm not exercising, I'll just use a little bit less. Use our code HAPPYVEGAN, and I forgot what the discount is, like 10 or 15%, something like that. But yeah, check this out if you're really interested in getting a nice little supplement. But I didn't use this for years. I just started using this because I started going to the gym and working out more. And yeah, my body seemed to, be appreciating having a little bit more in the way of the amino acids rather than just full on high carb when I was doing more endurance sports like running and stuff like that. So anyway, let's see what else is going on here, y'all. All right. Yeah, Boise. That's probably gonna be my next video, Boise Triathlete, about the spread of that banana fungus parasite thing. It was before confined to just certain geographical regions of the earth, and it seems to be taken off. So the Cavendish banana as we know it, its days might be numbered. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully be able to make that video tomorrow and put it out for y'all either late tomorrow if I'm quick at editing, or more likely you'll see it on Wednesday. So look for that. Are bananas going extinct or not? It's kind of scary for people like me who have bananas almost every day of the year. You know, I probably have bananas at least, like, you know, if there's 365 days in a year, I probably have them at least 350 days in a year or something like that. Hey, Thick Vegan, how's it going? Good to see you, and thanks for the banana fund. Speaking of bananas, thanks so much there, Thick Vegan. Always good to see you. Thanks for the super chat tip there, as always. KD, what's my thoughts on prolonged fasting? Like 24, 48, 72 are you talking about hours? I'm not into fasting at all, guys. I really don't know how people fast and like go to their job and, you know, act as well in their job. Like, hey, I'm a bank teller, but I might make some mistakes today because my brain's not working that good. Or I don't see how I would have gone to the gym today and got much done if I had been fasting for the past 2 days. So I'm not really into fasting. That said, I'm not making fun of it. If you have a true health issue, not just like you want to lose weight or your elbow hurts, but if you have a true health issue, go to a place like True North. Just look them up, Google them. It's medically supervised. You have doctors there. They're taking your blood labs like every day. And if you have trouble, you're not in a jungle somewhere like miles from civilization, let alone medical help. So do it in a medically supervised situation. I've seen people have legitimate health issues, improve them there. So check that out. But if you're just doing it like, say Tim Sheaf or something like that, just alone by yourself and just these vague kind of goals, he should have gone to a medically supervised place. Anyway, all right, so thoughts on coping with mental aspects of veganism. What do you mean about that? Just not a guitar person? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Yeah, Sandra, I am vegan indeed. Yeah, it's our channel name, Happy Healthy Vegan. I am definitely vegan. Thick Vegan, you're doing an interview with Spudfit on Saturday? Awesome. Andrew, Spudfit. Awesome. Cool, nice, chill dude. But yeah, Graven Babies, I'm with you. That said, I said if you really have a health issue and you think it only could be helped by fasting, do so. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not pro-fasting of any kind. Yeah, I'm into eating healthy, getting enough calories, being vegan. But nowhere in the definition of vegan is it saying thou shalt fast from time to time or anything like that. No, just don't eat dead animals, and their or live animals for that matter, and their byproducts. Just be vegan. That's what it's all about. Yes, Diana Sands, go vegan. That's what it's all about, man. Or person. Let's see, Vegan Metalhead, you want to send us something? Well, I'll go over to our Instagram. It's Happy Healthy Vegan, and we have our P.O. Box address there. I think we might have it here on our YouTube about or contact page as well. I'm not sure, but I remember Angie having that on our Instagram. So if you're not already following us on Instagram, you guys might not know. You see me here all the time on YouTube. If you want to see Angie, she's all the time posting, like every day on Instagram. She completely runs the Instagram show. If you want to see all the food we're eating, things we're doing, what we're up to, like I told you today, we're gonna most likely, like 98%, attend a Meatless Monday event here in Long Beach and go eat some of the vegan pop-up food there. Talk a little bit about my campaign amongst the attendees. Check that out. It's on our Instagram. But yeah, check it out, Instagram, and I think our P.O. Box is there too. Do we ferment any foods? We did a few times. It's a lot of work. I'd rather just go get someone else's vegan sauerkraut or kimchi rather than go through all the work myself. What are my thoughts on arsenic and rice? Great question, Michael. I did a whole video series about this. Well, not a series. Actually, Dr. Greger of nutritionfacts.org did a huge series, maybe like a dozen videos. And he didn't do a summary at the end, so I had to watch all 12 of them and take careful notes. What I did, I went through and just pulled out the most important information of each, like which rice has the most arsenic, which rice has the least amount, white, brown, all that. So watch my video. Just go to our channel here, Happy Healthy Vegan, and Google, search for arsenic, rice, and that video will come up, and that should answer your question there. I can't really sum it up here in like 30 seconds or less, or a minute or less. Just watch my video, about 7-8 minutes or so. It should answer all your questions about arsenic and rice. Bottom line is, yeah, some rice has a lot of arsenic and some doesn't, so you just want to avoid the ones that are known to be heavy in arsenic. It's pretty easy if you know what you're looking for. So watch our video, Google happy healthy vegan arsenic rice. Yes, I love rice too. We have rice pretty often, not every day, but maybe in a 7-day week, maybe like 4 days in that, something like that on average. Let's see, have I ever been to Cafe Gratitude? Not since they did that. We have a beef cattle ranch slaughter operation. I haven't gone since, but let's see, what was the other one you're asking about? Little Pine. I haven't been to Moby's restaurant yet. It's just not really convenient to like where I live or anything like that. A lot of traffic to get there. I'll go there one day. I'm not boycotting it or nothing. I want to go to Moby's restaurant, Little Pine. Yes, Produce Not Pills. We buy potatoes every week at our farmer's market without fail. I'll always get potatoes. And sometimes I'll just get some at the market too, those big, long, russet ones, and slice them up and make chippies, or put them in the oven, like no oil, like French fry basically. Just bake them in the oven. And it's in our book. It's in Keep It Carb Baby. Do we have a copy here? If you have, yeah. Let's see. Here's a picture of it right there on the back cover. So if you haven't got it already, Angie's book, our book, it's really Angie's book though, Keep It Carb Baby. We have the print edition back, second edition, little tiny updates and fixes thanks to Tracy, the moderator. And yeah, you can get the full print book, or we have the ebook too. Take your pick. The print book's cool because you just can like flop it open like this. See the ring binder here? The pages stay open, so you leave it on your kitchen counter and just wherever you want to put it and have at it. So yeah, Keep It Carb Baby, print and ebook, and you can get that on our website, happyhealthyvegan.org. happyhealthyvegan.org. And we'll sign it for you too. We can't sign the ebook obviously, but if you get the print book, we will gladly autograph it. If you ask in the store, the checkout process, you can leave a message. Thick Vegan loves her book. Cool. Race Lover, what will you never tell there, Race Lover? And thanks for joining. Glad to see you here, Race Lover. Yeah, sweet potatoes are rad. See, that's the thing. If you're a raw vegan or whatever, fruitarian person, you're missing out on all these great foods I've been talking about here. All these different potatoes, the little tiny fancy farmer's market potatoes we get, the russet potatoes, the Japanese sweet potatoes. There's so many great foods that you're completely missing out there, full of great nutrients, vitamins, minerals. It's just so much, it's so restrictive if you're intentionally eliminating these perfectly healthy food groups. I mean, I always like to point out to the skeptics, like the raw fruitarian types, I like to point out the longest lived peoples in the world, the traditional Okinawans, the majority of their calories came from sweet potatoes, and they're living on average like 100 years. So not on average, but they have more centenarians than any other formerly studied population. So cooked food can't be that bad for you. Why are russet potatoes always used for oil-free chips? Well, we sometimes use the smaller ones. As you can see from the picture here on the back of Keep It Carb Baby, these are not russets in this photo here. But russets are good because they're, my headphones. They're a longer potato, like instead of like having these little 3-inch chips, you can have like a 7-inch long French fry. So that's why russets are the preferred, but you don't have to. Use whatever potato you want. You can even do a sweet potato if you like. Let's see. The Joe Rogan experience. Really, is the Joe Rogan experience really here? I'm kind of skeptical of that, but hello friend to you as well. Yes, Produce Not Pills. Yeah, steamed plantains. Yeah, I think that recipe's in Keep It Carb Baby, our book too. Yeah, we have plantains on the reg, maybe every couple of weeks or so. Yeah, we get some plantains in the market, steam them, and I'll cook up some rice and some beans, like maybe some black beans or something like that. So yeah, plantains, rice and beans. And also I'll just heat up a few corn tortillas. So it's a pretty festive festive meal when it's all said and done. Yeah, I know that's a fake Rogan there. I'm just acknowledging them just because it's funny. You learn to love plantains. Plantains are awesome, metalhead. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, they're just kind of weird at first. Like, are they a banana or not? You know. But yeah, steamed plantains, love them, love them, love them. Yeah, Race Lover. Yeah, if you check that Rogan there, yeah, he should have 1 million subscribers. Hey, it's Goji Man. Hey, everyone, say hi to Goji Man. How you doing there, Goji Man? Good to see you as always. Let's see. What else you guys asking here? Well, that's nice to know, Joseph. And you might know I'm pro legalization of cannabis. In case you're wondering, that's one of my platform positions. Always been. I never seen why it has been, and it is still in many places of the world, including many places of our country, a criminal activity. You know, get caught smoking a joint and you can go to prison for a few years while your buddy next to you gets shit-faced off booze and takes a bunch of OxyContin and Percocet, and they're fine. They no jail for them. Makes absolutely no sense. So it's a civil rights issue. What's my favorite ancient grain? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's considered an ancient grain, but wild rice is fun. It takes a little more effort to work with. But yeah, wild rice is delicious. What percent of my diet is carbohydrates? Asked Jill. I'm not exactly sure about that because I don't keep track of my food every day. But I had done it for a little while. So back then it was like, roughly 80% from carbohydrates, 10 each from fat and protein. But I'm sure it's not quite like that anymore. Back then I almost feared fat, sort of. I mean, now almost every day I have like some forms of fats, like overt fats, like avocados, nuts and seeds. I have my pumpkin seeds all the time, walnuts. Once in a while, like every month or so, I'll have a couple Brazil nuts because Dr. Greger recommended that. So yeah, and then when we go out to like vegan pop-ups today, I'm sure there's oil in their stuff, So yeah, so I'm guessing maybe now, maybe 15 to high teens % from fat now, and a little bit more protein now because of that Clean Machine protein supplement that I put on the screen there earlier for you guys. So maybe like 75% calories from carbs, something like that, something in that ballpark. It's still a high carb diet, just not as crazy high as it used to be. Well, Chelsea, watching me while on the treadmill. Good for you. Yeah, I was at the gym earlier today, so yeah, no exercise here as I do this live stream, unlike Dr. Greger does on the treadmill. But I feel pretty good. I took like over a week off basically, because I told you I took last week. We were on our wedding anniversary, so we were gone out of town. And I didn't exercise at all, unless you count like running up a sand dune in the middle of the week. So yeah, I went back today, just kind of got back into it, just feeling good, feeling chill, didn't push myself too hard. Kyle, I don't want to make any recs on that. Just do your own research. I don't want to give any suggestions or recommendations that might lead you astray and cause an animal to not feel good and go to the vet. So yeah, I my specialty, if anything, I'm not a nutritionist or a biochemist or anything like Goji Man or a medical doctor like Dr. Greger. I'm just talking about my own personal experience, what I happen to know a little bit about how nutrition and works on myself as a human. So I'm going to stick with giving human advice to you guys. So I know other animals have different requirements. Like, humans do better with like, say, a more neutral or slightly alkaline pH. Some animals do better acidic. So I don't want to give my human-centric advice and apply it to a different species and give you some bad advice. So yeah, do your own research on that. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't know. I am not an expert. What's this about Harry Potter and aliens? What'd you say there, Weave Magic? It's all about aliens and how it has Ivana Lynch from Harry Potter. Oh, okay, that was going to be weird. Aliens and Harry Potter in a new film. That would have been weird. How many people do I think are vegans? Well, didn't Mike the Vegan do a video about that a while ago? I thought where he calculated, he did an estimation of that. I thought he did. If not, maybe I'll do that. I'll go see. I'll look in his video history and see if he did that or not. Don't know. I don't know. I mean, they say in like the Western world, the world that most of us are in, where we have computers and YouTube. That number varies from maybe like roughly 2 to 6% of population in Western first world country civilization. About that percent, 2 to 6% are vegan. But what's the actual number worldwide? I don't think anyone knows really. I mean that takes some hardcore research to find out. Let's see, what else are we talking about here? Oh, you want to know my favorite fruit, Sandra? If I have not answered your questions, guys, don't get mad. Remember, I'm just a simple dude here. I'm trying to keep up with everyone in the live stream, but once it gets over like 80 people, and we have about double that now, it's pretty hard. My favorite fruit, for most years, it's been cherries. But this year, after I ate a lot of cherries, I kind of like burnt out a little bit. I saw some in the market today. I usually get them at my local farmer's market, but once they're gone, I start buying them at the supermarket, and they now have them from like the Pacific Northwest where they're still growing, and I'm just not interested right now. But it's been cherries. I mean, on a daily basis, you guys know I eat almost every day. I have some bananas, but yeah, as far as favorite fruit, yeah, cherries has usually been my favorite. I like peaches a lot too, and yeah, I guess it's peach season now, so I should start getting into the peaches. Let's see, if I had my own talk show, Goji Man, who would my first 3 guests be? God, a talk show. Let's see, let me think about this for a sec. That's a really, really good question. And I won't worry about geography or anything like that. I would really like to get Dr. Garth Davis on because he's such a bulldog. I'd like to get his opinion on and maybe have him respond to some anti-vegan article or something like that, or people who are criticizing With the Health because he's in With the Health. So I'd like to get him firsthand to respond to some of these people. I actually would like to get him on too to respond to some of the arguments that Chris Kresser made when he debated Dr. Joel Kahn on Joe Rogan Experience. I made several videos, you could look those up, responding to Kresser's arguments, and it's pretty funny. I mean, a lot of the studies he referred to didn't actually back up his position like he was representing, so I'd like to get Garth on, get his 2 cents on that. Let's see, let me think, who else? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's the first one that comes to mind, though. That would be cool to have a talk show. And yeah, for sure, get some YouTubers on as well. Not to say Dr. Davis isn't a YouTuber, but he's a medical doctor first and foremost. Let's see. Hawk, what are you saying there? Your dad is vegan now, and he hasn't tasted meat in ages. But he liked the taste and had a Beyond Burger, and he found it nauseating because it tastes similar to me. Yeah, I've heard that reaction by some people. I mean, yeah, it's pretty darn close to what I remember. I don't think it's identical or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, that's cool if people want to eat Beyond Burgers. That's why I say cool. I'm glad it's there. I'm glad the product exists. Its target demographic is definitely not vegans. They're eyeing the big picture, trying to get more people to eat more plant-based. So yeah, it means like it's your average non-vegan friends and family members are getting turned on to them, which is amazing. Think about it. Like if 10 years ago you're telling people, yeah, your average Joes and Janes are gonna like just go out and buy vegan burgers on their own or order them at a restaurant. It'd blow your mind. But now it's happening. It's happening big time. Yeah, Graven Babies. Yeah, Beyond Burger's biggest problem is their smell. I heard they came out with a new version of the burger. I mean, they just updated it a little bit, and they said they were working on the smell when I talked to them last at Natural Products Expo West out here. So I'd be curious to see if they are smelly. Okay, here we got a troll here. Race Ever, can you put ASHAB1 on timeout or something like that? Vegans are ignorant. No, just the fact that you're saying that vegans are ignorant means you're projecting. You're showing that you are ignorant. I mean, ignorant about what? I mean, all we're saying is this. If you look up the definition of veganism, it says it's a way of life that seeks to avoid as much as practically possible all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. That's what being vegan is. So how is that ignorant? It's just a philosophy. You either, believe that, you agree with it, or you don't. It doesn't mean you're ignorant or anything like that. It just means, if there's a choice put before you, you can have a burger made from plants, completely from plants, perfectly healthy, not nutritionally deficient in any way, shape, or form, or you could have the burger that required the needless death of animals. I mean, that's what vegans see. We see that as like, that's a no-brainer. Why would I need an animal to die in order for me to live when there's perfectly healthy plant options? It doesn't have to be a burger. You can eat whatever you want. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing ignorant about that. It's a philosophy. It's a moral proposition that you either agree with or you don't. And if you don't agree with it, I'm not going to say you're a bad person or anything like that. I'm just saying you're just not a vegan. That's what veganism really boils down to. Okay, so what I miss there, Kitco, why are you telling us to buy gold and silver? Not really sure there. Tom wants one of my favorite plant milk. I like several. The ones I buy on a weekly basis at the market tend to be almond milk. But I've been enjoying the Good Karma brand. Have you seen them? Good Karma. It's a flax milk. And it's high in omega-3s because it's a flax-based milk. So I'm digging that too. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm tempted all the time when I see a new oat milk or something like that I haven't tried before. I like them all. But yeah, my favorites are Good Karma, flax. And it's really hard to find their chocolate milk. I've seen that only at like special places. I've never seen it at the market, is what I'm saying. But yeah, day in and day out, I have almond milk. Let's see. Daniel has a great point here. Being vegan is the complete opposite of ignorant. We are the ones doing something about our future, yes, meaning the environmental devastation caused by animal agriculture, which is the leading cause of greenhouse gas emissions and the unnecessary violence on this planet, as well as our own health. So yeah, how is that ignorant? I'm not sure. Because yeah, I stated the moral proposition that underlies a vegan belief system, a philosophy. But there's all these other things that aren't part of that are just, add-ons to that. That's why I like to say veganism is a win-win-win-win. It's a win on so many levels. It's a thoughtful idea. It's the opposite of being ignorant. Because you actually have to think about going vegan. You just don't, go vegan because you're ignorant. Yeah, it actually has to resonate with you. Let's see. Do I drink coffee, Michael? No, not into coffee. Angie likes the coffee, but that's not my thing. Never really liked heavy caffeine anyway, like Mountain Dew or whatever. Just not into coffee. Have I tried just egg? Yeah, we tried it once or twice here, and we had trouble cooking it, actually. It was like sticking to the bottom of the pan, so maybe we're doing it wrong or something. Do I think aging will be reversed in our lifetime? Yeah, I don't say yeah to that, but I've seen some experts in the field, the scientific study of what causes aging, and yeah, I've seen them put forth the proposition that aging is something that can be slowed down or maybe even stopped, and it could happen in our lifetime. I don't know. We'll just see where the research goes. They're just putting the idea out there for the first time ever, really. It's a potential possibility. Hey, Vixie Pixie, what's up? Russian Mafia, ghee. Well, tell me, what is ghee? And remember, vegan definition means we don't eat anything that came from an animal, either from its flesh or from a byproduct of it, because it's just part of what being vegan means. So is ghee like plant-based? Does ghee come from almonds or flax or something? If not, then I think you know the answer to that. Okay, and where does butter come from, Russian Mafia? Are we talking about like a butter like from like a plant or something like that? I know what ghee is. I'm just going through the thought process here. Ghee comes from dairy. And do vegans drink dairy unless it's like a plant dairy? I'm just going through the simple thought process. It's a question that need not be asked. I mean, I'm not like the vegan police. I don't go enforcing the vegan definition, but just by definition of the word vegan, if you're vegan, you don't drink dairy. It's just not part of the definition. So yeah, I'm not sure why you're asking that question there. So let's move on. Let's see. Cooking just egg. Let's see what your tips here, Chancel. You add a little bit of water, low heat, and cover with a lid to steam. Okay, I'm not sure if Angie added the water or not. I'll ask her that. And did it stick to the pan or not? And maybe we need to turn our heat down even a little lower. Beyond Fish? There's such a thing now as Beyond Fish? Have I been not watching the news lately? Is that something new? Yeah, I told you I'm not the vegan police, but our moderator here, Race Lover, is well known for being vegan police internal affairs. So any deviations from the vegan diet by vegans will be thoroughly investigated by Race Lover, and I'm not sure who he reports it to. It's definitely not me though. Will Angie's new cookbook be ready? I don't know if she's getting help from Tracy, the moderator, who's not on here today, unfortunately, with us. But yeah, Tracy's helping out. Maybe we'll get it out in time for the holidays. Fingers crossed. It really depends. I should try to convince her to make fewer videos right now and just focus on her book some more. Man, is there an afterlife, Ramsey77? Sorry to hear about losing your uncle. My heart goes out to you. I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm open to the idea, obviously, and I've tried to put myself in positions where I could see some sign of that, like some kind of paranormal encounter of some kind. I've never had anything of the sort yet, really, so I really don't know. Yeah. It's a great question, obviously. One of the most important questions out there. I don't know the answer to that. I guess that's why it's one of the great questions. Russian Mafia. I'm so obnoxious and narrow-minded. Race Lover, can you put Russian Mafia on hold? This person comes here to our vegan channel and asks us, do we eat ghee? And we all know ghee is a dairy product. And then, why do you ask that? Why do you ask a vegan when the definition of vegan is no animal products? If you ask a vegetarian that's a valid question. I'll give Russian Mafia that. A vegetarian, by definition doesn't exclude dairy from his or her diet. But definition of vegan is a little bit more strict than that. Not to say we have a more elimination diet or anything like that. We just refuse to have the excretions of animals. Simple as that. Simple as that. So Russian Mafia, you can't, if you come back and troll again, or if you come back and insult again, you'll be beyond this 300-second timeout. I will just hit the ban button and you are gone. Yeah, someone who's asking about honey. Yeah, honey, again, is similar to dairy in the sense it's the byproduct of an animal's livelihood or work. So yeah, fitting in the spirit of that, switch to a different sweetener. I always ask people, what do you like honey for? I assume it's to sweeten things. There's so many other plant-based sweeteners out there. I use agave, I use maple syrup all the time. Okay, Jay Carter, I saw that question earlier. Favorite go-to snack? It depends what's going on. If I have some ramen, like I happen to have right now, like some good vegan ramen, what's that brand we've been using all the time now? Is it Noyo? Something like that. I see it at the market. They're on sale right now at Whole Foods, like $1 a pop. Anyway, I'll just pop some ramen. I heat up some water and make ramen in a matter of minutes. If I don't have ramen, one of my easiest go-to snacks, guys, is so simple. Just get a piece of bread. I have Ezekiel bread typically. And I have my what's that? PB2. You guys know what that is? That peanut butter that's had most of the fat taken out from that. You can just use regular peanut butter. That's fine too. I was just trying to eliminate, some of the higher saturated fat things from my blood test. But yeah, just basically peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just like an open face PBJ. Simple. You can make that in 30 seconds or something like that, and you'll feel full. And make it close, but put 2 pieces of bread down if you want to get a little more full. But yeah, just a quick PBJ sandwich. Karam, have I had meat before? Yeah, I've been vegan since the year 2010. So I've had no meat since then, but yeah, since I was born in 1967, yeah, I had meat for the years prior to 2010. Bananas. Thanks, Joseph. That was a great, sometimes, if I don't even want to make a PBJ sandwich, I'll just eat a banana. So occasionally I'll add to the PBJ sandwich. I'll get a banana and slice it in little bits, put it on top of the PBJ sandwich for a little extra fun. So there's some good, easy snacks for you guys. Best surf spot I have been to. Well, it depends. I've surfed some really good spots before, like like Trestles, but it wasn't really good that day. I've surfed Malibu, which I went there on a pretty good day, but it was such a good day it was super crowded. But I've had really good waves here at my local spots. Like at Seal Beach in what they call the river mouth there, the river. I've caught in some really super long waves there, like longer than most Malibu waves are. So it all depends. All depends where you're at. But I haven't done a lot of surf traveling, if that's what you're asking, like trips like Costa Rica or the South Pacific or anything like that, like Fiji and stuff like that. Nah. You're amused by my PBJ sandwiches, produce not pills. Hey, it's just an easy, quick snack if you're really hungry. Oh, cool, James. You went vegan then too in 2010. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, coming up on 10 years. I think that'll be August, September, October. That's a couple months basically. I don't know if I'm going to do anything special or anything. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a special live stream or something. But I don't know exactly what day I went vegan, so I'll just have to take a guess. Hey, Groovy, you were just in Long Beach? Wow, where are you right now, Groovy Lisa? Yeah, we were probably out of town maybe when you were here in Long Beach. Tom, yeah, those are some great beaches there, some great surf. I've never been to any of those. In fact, I've been to Hawaii a couple times and I can't say I've ever gone surfing when I've been in Hawaii. Um, Yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for your encouraging words there. Yeah, amongst the sea of people who hate vegans. I'm not sure why people hate vegans for. Like, I mean, we're just people who have a. I don't attack people. I respond objectively without ever name calling or, doing using ad hominem attack. I'm not sure why people hate me or others. I mean, they just hate us because of the type of food we choose to eat. What else do they hate people for? Do they hate people for the color of their skin, for their ethnicity, for their religion, for their gender, for their sexual preference? I mean, bigotry is bigotry, and that's what I see these anti-vegans are. They're just being bigots, of kinds. So it makes me think if you dislike someone for the type of food they ate, they must hate people or dislike people for some of these other attributes I mentioned as well. You don't see too many vegan bigots, is what I'm getting at. Let's see, would I eat Perfect Days vegan ice cream? It's made from whey? Um, how could it be, oh, whey and casein created from microflora. Wow, I have to research that. That's news to me. I'd like to read about that. I don't know if say I necessarily want to eat it or not, but I'm interested in that process of making that. Huh. Training for a marathon, should you increase your protein intake? I don't know, Michael. I mean, I never ran a full marathon, but I used to run half marathons pretty much like all the time on my weekly long runs a couple years ago. So, and personally wasn't taking any protein supplements back then. Now, in retrospect, then I'm taking a little more protein the way I'm training and eating now. I don't see how it could have hurt it. I probably wouldn't have had as much. Probably wouldn't take as much as I'm doing now. Like what I'm doing now when I take a whole cup of that green machine stuff, maybe I would just do a fourth or something like that. I mean, but it seemed like back then I was just letting my body was craving it. When I got done with a long run, my body just craving, just bananas and carbs and stuff like that. Now when I'm done like playing basketball and doing some lifting, my body's craving the carbs. It seems to be craving a little bit more than that too. You'll probably be fine though. Either way, I don't think it'll really affect your training or your performance all that much. But if you want to give it a shot, I'm the kind of person that will experiment like that and see how it happens. So if I had thought of that back then to try, I would have just seen what happens. If you do, let me know how it goes. Let's see. Um, Good vegan foods to substitute protein. Well, you don't really need to substitute protein because all plants have protein. So, I mean, if you're really concerned about having a lot of protein, and you shouldn't, unless you're doing, you're over 50 or you're doing a lot of physical activity, and just eat more legumes, more greens like spinach and stuff like that. I mean, you don't really need to substitute for protein because, again, all plants have protein. I didn't take anything remotely resembling, a protein supplement of any kind until like earlier this year, basically. Not that I felt I needed to. I just wanted to see how my body reacted to it because I was training way differently now. I have been training way differently for the past year than I did back when I was running. So yeah, don't worry about substituting for protein. As long as you're eating sufficient calories and getting a diverse array of plants, not just eating one thing, probably getting enough protein. Probably are. It's pretty hard to design a calorie sufficient diet and be deficient in protein is what I'm saying. Eat greens. There we go. As I was saying, eat greens. Get your greens. Spinach is awesome. That's why Popeye had the big friggin' muscles. He was eating some spinach there. He wasn't eating cows. Okay, if we have some disrespectful people, you can go to a different live stream. Between me and the moderators, you will just be shut down and just wasting everyone's time. So, yeah, just letting you know. If you want to go somewhere else, now's the time because you're getting put in timeout. So we'll let them have a second to go away. As Graven Baby says, trolls go away. I don't understand. Why do you hate a person just because of the food they eat? Do you hate people because of the color of their skin, their ethnicity, their religion, their sexual preference? Are you bigots? I mean, if you're a bigot, don't come here. We don't want you. We don't want your toxic ideology polluting an otherwise positive discussion. So go away. Take a bigotry away from the Happy Healthy Vegan channel. We don't tolerate bigotry of any kind. We're just simple people here that decided to not eat animal products. And then you hate us because of that. Shame on you. Shame on you. We make them feel guilty. I mean, that's on them. I've never said, hey, if you're not a vegan, you're a bad person. Never said that. So if that's how you feel, maybe you need to do some soul searching. What is bigotry? Just Google it. It's basically having... someone Google it. Put the definition. It's just basically hate, and I'm going to do it more slang definition. Just hating on someone based on a personal attribute, such as their religion, their sexual orientation, their diet, stuff like that. It's basically like a racist or a sexist or whatever. Something like those are forms of bigotry. Well, I started up a channel on how to record music. Great question, John. I guess I could, but there's so many other people that probably have way better, have well-established channels on audio production and stuff like that. So, I'll let them do that. Have ever had hemorrhoids? Not to the point where it's a problem or anything like that. I have a bidet in my toilet, so I haven't had any hemorrhoids. I used to have them more when I didn't have a bidet. I guess the irritation from toilet paper and stuff like that. Getting a little too personal here, but yeah. So no advice really, other than maybe try a bidet because I've been pretty much hemorrhoid free since then. Karen, yeah, why do they like to hate on? Why is it fun to pick a minority group? And again, we're like 3 to 6% of the population. So you like to pick on minorities. So you pick on this minority group. Do you pick on like racial or ethnic minorities too when you're not picking on vegans? Is that what you guys do? Just pick on people who are in the minority? I don't get it. Uh-oh. All right. Oh, where'd my stream go? Come on. Let me refresh here. If you guys are here, let me refresh. All right, hopefully we're here. All right, anyone here? I'm refreshing my browser. It looked like something kind of froze there for a second. Oh man. Where's my stream? All right. Gosh, I'm not seeing it. You can see me? Let me know if you guys can see me, because I am not... Yeah, let me know. If you can see me, let me know, because mine is kind of frozen. So let me know. I'll just kind of wait a second to see if you guys can see me or not. Let me know. Offline? Damn. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, it's coming back. I think it's coming back. No? Crap.